It all started with a song called Funny Friends, posted unidentified on internet music sharing site Bandcamp that got a lot of attention. Finally, in 2010, Ruben Nielsen, living in New Zealand, came forward and identified it as Unknown Mortal Orchestra, and the band's career began. Ruben joins us today for a very unusual acoustic session live in our studio. The music ranges throughout the band's career, including songs from Multi-Love, the album they released in May of last year. That album has its origin in a true polyamorous relationship that Ruben and his wife were part of with another woman. According to Ruben, there were months of joy, and then the stability of the triad was rocked by internal and external forces as mundane as visa problems. We'll talk about that and more after this exquisite performance of Swim and Sleep Like a Shark, Unknown Mortal Orchestra.
I wish that I could swim and sleep like a shark does. I'd fall to the bottom and not hide till the end of time. In the sweet cool darkness, asleep and constantly floating away. I wish that I could break and bend like the world does. I'd fall to the bottom and not chase all my dreams away. And not that it's you crush me, my dreams would be constantly melting away. I wish that I could swim and sleep like a shark does. I'd fall to the bottom and not hide till the end of time. In that sweet cool darkness, asleep and constantly floating away.
That is our guest, as Ruben Nielsen on acoustic guitar, vocals, and Quincy McCrary on Fender Rhodes, and a really delicate sounding, great piece of music. Welcome. This is Unknown Mortal Orchestra. This is a different configuration. Is it not, Ruben? Do you usually do this for these small events?
I've kind of been. We'll either do the full band or I do acoustic, and it's fun to not do it all by myself. It's cool.
I love the sound of the Rhodes with the guitar player. It sounds great. It sounds really...
Yeah, I think it sounds cool. I think Rhodes would be a fun thing fun way to do it, you know.
Well, this is funny. This is an all analog version of your songs that are usually all layered and often synthetic. So it's interesting. Do you have to think of the songs differently?
Well, they usually start out pretty stripped back like this. So I want the song to be able to be broken down to this level and still like have some structure to it.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to situate people geographically, and you're really tough. Are you still living in Portland, or have you moved to Hawaii?
I'm still in Portland. My mother's from Hawaii. She's from Waianae, which is on Oahu. But she lives in New Zealand. I grew up in New Zealand, was born in Australia, and I've been living here for about 8 years. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm never home, which is also weird. I'm always somewhere traveling now.
Right.
Yeah.
But this was recorded in Portland?
Yeah.
You grew up in New Zealand, from my understanding is. And your dad was a musician. Was he one of the types of musicians who's always, listen to this, listen to this?
Yeah. Well, not really. I mean, he'd play stuff.
Yeah.
He was really opinionated. We make jokes about jazz dads. Like 3 of the members of this band have got musician dads. So kind of like talk about how you grow up like reacting against what your dad says, but eventually you kind of, as you get deeper into music, I start to like understand what he was talking about. So I grew up around a lot of music. He still does that. It's still how he makes his living. It's like touring and doing sessions and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
So what music were you on your own initially attracted to?
When I was a teenager, I used to listen to a lot of hip hop, and my dad didn't get it, so I had to explain rap music to my dad, make links between like ciphers and bebop. That was my thing, was trying to sell him on the idea of like improvisation and like, explain that there's a lot of skill involved in the music that I was listening to and stuff. And so I was doing that, but I got into punk rock a lot as well. Mostly I was like listening to anything that might irk my dad, I think.
Now that's kind of different from what you started doing on your own, so.
As I got more into it, I started to get more into psychedelia and stuff like that, and like 60s punk. But that was after being in a punk band with my brother, and my dad was like helping us, but didn't understand what the music really. I don't think. I got more into songwriting, which he never really got into. Yeah, and then I moved to the States, and then just started a band without telling anybody. I started recording music without anybody knowing what I was up to, and that turned into this band.
And then the internet took over.
Yeah.
And was actually the first thing was that one of the first songs you'd actually made that got put on the internet and picked up?
Well, I was in a band with my brother that became quite successful in New Zealand, and then I left that band because I just couldn't really handle the music industry and being in a band and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then went to Portland thinking like I would maybe become an illustrator or do something else, and then started making music as a hobby, and then a song I put on the internet got kind of viral, spread around the blogs or whatever, and then I kind of got to the point where I had this kind of option to just start a new band, I guess.
And you were ready for it then, or more
ready? It took me about 2 months to kind of decide that I wanted to do it. At first, I was kind of like, I really decided I was done with music. I was just kind of, I didn't want to stop making it. I just didn't want to be part of the industry. I didn't want the dynamics of like bands and the way the egos clash and all that stuff. It's just like I want to do something by myself. So the way that this band started, it was just like me doing stuff and not having to argue for every idea and all that stuff. It just felt like fun to not care about, and like a record label telling me what to do and all that stuff. I was through with all of that. So
I would think that intra-band dynamics would be the hardest thing to deal with.
Yeah, I think I learned a lot from being in the other band. I try to keep like morale good and be careful not to be too annoying in the band and stuff. Yeah.
Unknown Mortal Orchestra are our guests today, and what do you want to do? That first thing sounded great. What do you want to do next?
If you do stage or screen? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Act up, but never for stage or screen. In a cauldron of crime, did she want him or want to be man? Did she smoke a cigarette in the dark? Act up, but never for stage or screen. Acting like you never see. Every cell of us more alive and bright than mine. Did
major screen. That's one from Multi-Love, the new album from Unknown World Orchestra, and we are hearing some stripped down versions that sound really cool. I hope you're digging this, because it's really fun to listen to these. It's really great.
Oh, yeah, it's fun to do them like this.
Yeah.
Kind of, I don't know, it makes you think about the songs a little bit harder sometimes.
You
Makes
write yourself some guitar parts there that are a little hard to play. So
yeah, actually, when we play that on stage, I don't even play the guitar on that one. Quincy plays all the harmony on that, but it's like, yeah, it's on the record. It was like that, but I sometimes forget that there's some weird stretches on some of this stuff.
this album is called Multi-Love, and a lot of the songs, or a certain number of them at least, deal with a polyamorous experience that you lived through. Experience.
Does it sound like Nam or something?
That makes it sound like a negative, and I did not mean it that way at all. But what's it been like for you to put this record out and then go out and have to kind of explain that to people? It's not really any of our business.
I was going to, and then kind of a long story, but I ended up kind of having to explain it a little bit, and then yeah, it took about a year for things to like settle down after that. So I don't know, it's a little strange.
One never expects to fall in love, and then to fall in love and have a situation like that. It's so unusual, and I think that it interests people in that way.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think that if I didn't have like musical, way to talk about it in music, then I wouldn't risk it.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's interesting. Life's crazy.
Would you play the music for everybody as you went along to get their impressions?
Well, I was just making an album, and my life was happening, and
Right.
things just found its way, and it wasn't like I didn't really plan it. But I'm proud of the record, so any kind of crazy fallout that came of it, I was just kind of just thought it's the way it's supposed to be. If I didn't have an album to show for it, then I would be kind of why did I do that? It was really an intense thing to emotionally put myself through. But I don't know, that's kind of music kind of makes everything make sense. I don't really know how most of the things that I do would make sense without music.
Everybody uses music to get through whatever their experience is. So you're giving us a soundtrack for our own things we go through.
Well, that's the thing that I realize is I always think that I'm writing something kind of isolated, and then later I realize that everybody's going through similar stuff, and it's cool because it makes you feel connected to people and stuff, which is not a natural thing for me to feel connected to people and stuff.
So what do you want to play next?
The next song I'm going to do is called Necessary Evil, and that's from the new album as well.
Transform me to the animal you need to fly from my destiny infested with chemicals. You need a new drug not invented by the CIA. I wanna be your friend, but don't have the self-control. We're in love, and I don't get what you see in me. Love and me could be your fatal flaw, just hanging in there trying to be your necessary evil. Necessary evil. Nobody can get a 10 in the moonlight. Coming inside, tell me, is it just a bit too much? He's on a pillow and looks like an angel. She's the one, but it would not chill her out at all. We're in love. She don't get what I see in her. necessary evil. None offend me could be your fatal flaw. Just hanging in and trying to be your necessary evil. Necessary evil. Transform me to the animal you need to fly from my destiny infested with chemicals. You need a new drug not invented by the CIA. I wanna be your friend but don't have the self-control. We're in love and I don't get what you're saying me. Then we could be your fatal flaw. Just hanging in and trying to be your necessary evil. Necessary evil. Don't offend me could be your fatal flaw. Just hanging in and trying to be your necessary evil. Necessary evil. Necessary evil. Necessary evil. Dun, 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 dun.
Another one from Multi-Love, that is Necessary Evil, Unknown Mortal Orchestra playing acoustically for us today. Ruben Nielsen and Quincy McCrary on the Fender Rhodes. Do another one. This sounds great. You want to do another one from Multi-Love? Or?
We were thinking about doing So Good to Be in Trouble from the second album.
Great.
Okay. 2, 3, 4.
Now that you're gone, it's been a long, lonely time. A long, sad, lonely time. Rolling along, I'm in a strange state of mind. It's a strange old state of mind. Memories, they mess with my mind. Ooh, mine. To the night, she was so good at being in trouble. 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 So bad at being in love. Now that you're gone, it's been a long, only mess with my mind. Who am I to deny? She was so good at being in trouble, 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 so bad at being in love.
Unknown Mortal Orchestra. That once again sounds great. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
For
Thanks for
coming
having
in.
us.
And we'll be back in a moment here on the World Cafe.